Hey everyone, we're here on Arcadia now this week. And so today I thought we would work on this Arcadia codex a little bit, the Arcadian Hornets. And they still have these IFN challenges up. I thought those kind of went away a year after codex. And so we're going to try and wrap that one up and see if we still get a reward for it. Anyway, Hornets, here we go. Hopefully we don't need armor. Got some new clothes. Oh no, we're not going to need armor at all. We will need a loot pill though. These guys die really fast. I didn't realize how low hit points they had. Let's see how our codex is going along too. Oh, 0.5% per kill. This should go pretty smooth. These guys die really quickly. And we only need, it was less than 100 to finish that IFN challenge. And again, I don't really remember what it gives us. Some skill. It probably wasn't one that I was super interested in. Because if it was, we would have wrapped it up when Codex came out. But any skill is good skill. Um, for one, they all have value, even if it's not something you do. At some point, you can chip it out um, and sell it if you so desired. I like to keep all the skills, just kind of in case I decide to switch gears and do that later on down the line. I'm not starting to scratch, you know, from ground zero, so to speak. Outside crossover skills or whatever. So I think these mobs probably only have about 10 hit points. And they would make the list of swantable mobs, but they hit pretty hard. I think about 10. I mean, these guys aren't getting to us, so we're not even really going to notice how hard they hit. Oh, there we go. 3.5. So pretty low hitters, but still hard enough. I don't think you can swant them. Or at least the last time I tried, it was a fail. They don't really drop anything that's worth anything. Let's check out their hide, though. Hide is pretty rare, and so it seems to all have a little bit of markup here on Arcadia. I know we did get some new clothes. Those are the ones that you craft to get the Harrispex VIP unlocked in Next Island, which we wrapped up before we came to Arcadia. Oh, we do not want any part of those. See the little dinosaur? We'll pass on the level 20 something Awekos and continue our little hornet hunt here. Oh, I kind of forgot to show the location. We're just south of Victorious Firebase here in the desert. I don't really know anywhere else you can hunt the hornets, so anytime I go to Codexes, this is where I end up being at, I suppose. But we're making really good progress on that kill challenge. And we're actually getting an okay amount of the hides. What are we up to? About 29 or so? When we were killing gallards and carabox, they were not dropping the hides anywhere close to this frequently. So we like it. About 15 more and we'll find out what that mission gives us. Unless we gotta return to the terminal to get the reward. Some of them are like that, some of them not as much. And I kind of forget which one that is. I'm glad we have a look pan down button now. Um, After we fought the, what was it, the Hyrule on Rocktopia, where we kept having to look up, and then it was hard to target the next one. And so we kind of did some modifying to our hotkeys so that we could look down like that right there real fast and move on. And now that was because when we're out here doing some of these hunts like this, when we're all by ourselves and they're relatively easy, we don't actually use the mouse. We're kind of strictly just utilizing the keyboard. F to shoot, F to loot. In this case, we have a loot pill, so it's just F to shoot. And so then I just need to target the next one. I do like that we're cranking through some codex here. It'd be nice to get that next attribute bonus. Now, I don't think it's stamina like we like, but it'll be something useful. Like, stats are always a good thing to increase in every game. This is no exception. But it does look like we'll have to go back to the terminal to claim that reward. So we'll grab that when we wrap up our hunt. He was asking in the chat how. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to cough in your guys' ear. How to make Nutrio bars, and it's fruit and sweet stuff in a refiner. No, I don't think we're getting enough hide to really break even on this little hunting run. Um, but again, I'm not really tracking it, and I probably should. One of these days we'll have to get fancy and um, grab something that kind of tracks that for us. Um, I've heard the name Loot Nanny thrown around, and a couple other ones, although I don't remember them off the top of my head. That kind of track your returns, so to speak. Of course, I think it just tracks the trade terminal on your returns, and so you'll have to make some minor adjustments for the markup loot you're keeping and going to sell later to find your true return, right? But you'll know your trade terminal right out the gate with one of those, which could be nice to know, honestly. But yeah, these are a super easy hunt. Whichever trade terminal you want can definitely handle these. You won't need armor, or you're unlikely to need armor. Let's put it that way. Um, maybe if you're melee, these hit hard enough that it could be an issue. But with ranged, you're far enough away that they don't really get to you before you can do the 10 damage that puts them down. So again, probably one of the easiest hunts in the game. All right, we're closing in on this codex rank. Less than 20 kills and we're there. It's pretty exciting. Now the skills, we kind of know what we're getting, just because they kind of fall into a pattern at this point, where it's perception, perception, dex, dex, evasion. Um, but the stats vary a little bit, and so it'll be interesting to see what our options are. And it might be dex instead of perception first. Either way, it's one of the two of those, and they go two, and then two, and then unless there's like a weird looter skill, we always end up just taking evade because it's nice to not get hit as much when the mob finally does get to us. Ah, here they are. I was wondering where all the little hornets went. I was talking about getting close, and they all disappeared. Oh, this one will give it to us. There we go. Let's see what we got. First up is the Hornets. And, yep, this looks like Dex. Although I guess we get anatomy, but our anatomy is pretty high. One of our top skills, honestly. And they're both looter skills, so. And then we'll check out that attribute rank. Let's see what we get here. Agility or strength? Let's go with some strength. Boost up our carry capacity a little bit, maybe. Alright, let's pad the next codex a little bit. Get it within striking distance, so to speak. And we'll see what percent that ends up being. I don't have like a set goal in mind. I just thought we would kill some more, get a little more codex going on, and then go claim that IFN reward. But yeah, this is definitely some nice low-hanging codex fruit to get that attribute challenge boosted up. These codex ranks come quickly and cheap, and so the combo of that is pretty nice. Now, obviously, it won't be so quick once we're up another 10 ranks or whatever. Then it'll really slow down, just like they all do. Um, but till then, we're gonna take the easy money, so to speak. I think we're getting close to back by those Oro, and so we'll kind of. But I do want to clear out a bunch of these Hornets so they'll respawn somewhere else, maybe. Well, maybe we're not that close. But there's definitely plenty of Hornets out here for a nice little hunting run. Maybe even enough to support a couple of hunters, but definitely not three, I would say. I mean, just like that, we're a quarter of the way through the next one. And so it goes pretty quickly. It's kind of nice with the single maturity mobs, because they kind of go at a set pace versus the ones where you have different maturities. You can kind of go the slower route by doing the youngs, which is a lot of times what we end up doing just because of the hit point difference. But you have the option of going with the all stalkers, which obviously progresses your codex slightly quicker. Especially as the gap between the young and the stalkers expands out. The Paneleans on Cyrene are a good example of that, where the weak Paneleans are just vastly different hit point wise than the Panelean stalkers are, or prowlers. So I'm pretty sure he's hunting these as well. So we'll try to kind of leave him be a little bit while we wrap up our hunt here. And so it kind of looks like these guys have a pretty limited drop list. I mean, we've got a bunch of hide, a little bit of soft hide, probably a little bit of this animal hide, and a few different extractors, it looks like. I like the sound, the music and whatnot, but I worry that like on Rocktopia, it will belong to an artist. The Tolan one seems pretty free to use though. But I know that on Rocktopia, it's literally some artist's music that they license to use for the game, which does not mean that I'm allowed to use it. All right, that's going to put us 2/3 of the way to the next codex. And we'll go ahead and leave this a short hunt today. I hope that everyone is having an amazing day. Stay epic.